Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers. I got a beefy little E-Pro that we're gonna dive into today. This is the 15TB. This is their smallest one they make that you can actually stand up in. The next one below this, it's more like a bed on wheels. This one has a bathroom and all that good stuff. So we're gonna jump on in the inside of this first. Let's go. All right, so the specs on this little guy, you're looking at 15 feet, 8 inches total. Your dry weight is 2,800 pounds. Your cargo is 1,000 pounds, which brings your loaded weight to right around 3,900 pounds. So super lightweight, not super long. Your width is 7.5 feet wide. Your exterior height, including the AC, is 9 feet 10 inches. Your fresh water is 31 gallons, your gray water's 12 gallons, and your black tank is 12 gallons. Your awning size is 10 feet. So let's jump on the inside and see what that looks like. Make sure it's plugged in. This is such a cool little unit. And then I'll go do a tour of the outside. It's not super big. So right when you walk in, you got your control panel right here. We'll turn on the lights. This is an E-Pro. So I always explain this. It does have the tank heaters. Actually, there it is, right there. So it's got tank heaters. So meaning that you could camp in the wintertime in this thing. You just flip this switch on and there's heat pads on the tanks that will automatically go on at freezing temps and off at freezing temps. Much better method than the ducted heating where you have to keep your heater running the whole time. With this, you can just push a button and it works off the battery. No need to waste propane. You can drive down, you could drive through some cold states and not have to worry if your tanks are filled. And because usually if you don't have tank heaters and you have a lot of water in your tanks and you're driving through a cold state, they could potentially freeze and then you can have a cracked tank by the time you get to your campsite, which would definitely ruin the trip. So this is awesome. I love that they put that on such a small little trailer. I call these the Swiss Army knives of trailers, man. They pack so many cool features in these things. Just because it's small does not mean it's cheap. So as you walk in to the right, we'll start here. This is your kitchen area. So it's got a nice cooktop. You got a convection oven right here because it doesn't have the standard oven. And then some shelving and then your sink. So right here is your 3 top burner. You just fold that back for a nice backsplash to make sure you don't get grease and stuff on the wall. So really nice. And then here's your convection oven right down here. And then you got your little bottle opener. Some outlets. Here's kind of an information guide on this trailer. It does have the 1800 watt inverter already. It's got a 200 watt solar panel on the roof with a 30 amp solar controller. Really nice. It's got this little grate right here so you can wash stuff off or just have extra prep space for countertop. And then if you move this, this is a good size. I always explain this. Make sure you get a sink that could actually fit a plate because it sucks doing dishes when you have it like it doesn't fit. You get water all over the place. So good size sink. Nice metal faucet. This is cool. You got your little outlets that pop up from below. Just keeps it nice and seamless. You got some storage up top. Nice lighting. This is nice. You could actually turn off each light individually, which is nice. So in some trailers, you turn the lights on and they all have to be on. That's annoying. You can actually turn some down if you want to read a book or just relax and you don't want all the lights on. So you can individually turn off those lights. So pretty basic stuff. This is your kitchen area. Sponge. You got some storage right here. All nice metal cabinetry, and it's not paper wrapped, so you could see the wood grain, good quality. Another drawer there. And then they pack a little bathroom in here. You could do everything at once in this thing. So if you open this, you got a wet bath. So it is smaller, but those of you that want to tow something really lightweight, you know, at 2,800 pounds, this thing, you could tow it with a small Subaru. So it's got a shower and toilet combo. Not bad. And then this is just some storage, so that way you don't get your toilet paper all wet. It's pretty deep too. Little netting right here. And then you got a vent, so that way you don't suffocate yourself with all the steam that's probably gonna happen in here. It does have the shower miser, so I'll explain what this is. When you're dry camping and you go to take a shower, the first thing you're gonna do is stick your hand out and wait for the water to get to the temperature you want. And what that does is, obviously it falls, it goes down the drain, and it goes into your gray tank, and you're not getting it back. With this, you flip the switch, this will change a color when it's hot. Then you flip it back over, and then it'll spit the water out. That way you conserve water when you're dry camping. Super cool feature for all my dry campers out there. I love that. And then, so there's your bathroom. It's got a nice solid door right here, so water won't escape. You got a nice electric 12-volt fridge. I love these. I would prefer 12 volt versus gas electric. You get a bigger fridge and it cools a lot faster. So that'll run off the battery and the solar. They have it pretty dialed in. You don't need to worry. Some people are skeptical about the solar, but I promise you it works fantastic. You got some nice big drawers underneath this fridge. They actually changed this floor plan a lot. I've been selling these for about 7 years, and I've sold this floor plan since then too, since they first started making these, and they kind of switched up the table a little bit, and it's a lot different. Before, it was just one massive table right here, and it was such a pain to set up the bed. So this is actually my first time coming in it, so I'm kind of surprised. If you come right here, you got your TV. They are doing the smart TVs now, which is really cool. All solid countertops, good quality. Let's see, we got some drawers right here. And then a nice furnace. So when you look around at trailers, make sure it has a gas furnace, because there's companies now that are just doing electric heaters, and they suck, because the only time you could use them is if you're at a campground, or you're plugged into shore power, or a generator. So this does have the gas furnace, and then you do have the roof-mounted AC. This is something I would want as well. I wouldn't want the wall-mounted AC. Those are just the cheap Walmart wall-mounted ACs. These are RV ACs. These are really nice. I would prefer this. So when you're looking around, maybe put that on your list of things you want. You got some more cabinets up here. You get tons of cabinets in this. It's kind of impressive. For the size of this thing, I told you, it's like a Swiss Army knife of trailers. You got some cabinets all along here. Same on this side. And it goes all the way to the back. Oh, there we go. Those magnets are heavy duty. And then here's your solar controller, your 30 amp solar controller. You'll see all your readings and stuff and what your solar's doing. Here's your AC thermostat. One thing I love about this floor plan, and they do this in a lot of the E-Pros, they don't skimp out on the windows. I mean, it's expensive for them to put windows in, and a lot of extra labor to put windows in instead of just slapping a wall up, And these cheaper trailers, they'll just do just a wall, and then it just feels like you're in a cave. It's claustrophobic. But if you look, you got nice big windows on all sides. So you wake up, I always talk about Oregon because I love the Oregon coast, but you wake up, look out, and you got a 270 view of the ocean, maybe the redwood forest. It's fantastic. You got these nice blackout shades they're starting to do these nice metal heavy duty fascias. So I like that they're doing that. Just really nice. These windows, they turn, so they open up like this, which is nice because, like I said, Oregon, it rains a lot. If you accidentally leave a window open, it just falls right down. You don't have it coming in to the trailer. So really nice. And then that one's just your emergency exit. So it looks like I'm going to have to do this on the fly because this one is definitely different than the other one, like the 20, I think it was a 2021 model I sold, or 2020, but it was just a massive table, like from here, from this side all the way over there. And it was honestly really annoying to set up because you had to pick up that whole table. It wasn't split in half like this. And you just couldn't move because this trailer is smaller. So I am super happy with that change that they did. Just let's see how easy I do it without even knowing what to do. So right off the bat, I know I'm gonna have to take this pole out. Let's see. And then we'll undo this. There we go. And it looks like this part needs to come off too. And that looks like that'll be one of the leaves. And then you just need to take this off too. So you take off all those poles. Man, this is so much easier than the way they used to make them. You bring this little leaf over, and then you'll do that. And then you get these cushions. What I like about this floor plan though, like if you have a buddy coming along and you're just fishing, you don't want to sleep right next to each other, these could be twin beds. So that's what the TB stands for. So, you know, if you're just a fisherman, you take your buddy comes along once in a while, you don't roll that way, you want your own bed, you could do that. Or if this is for a couple, you got a massive bed. That's like a king. Look how easy that was. So I can't even begin to tell you how much easier that was than like 3 years ago when they made the one with the big table. It honestly sucked. So I'm happy that they changed that. So like I said, just imagine waking up and having all those windows around you. You could have this turn. This swivels out so you could watch TV, relax. You could sleep this way or this way. So yeah, super impressed. Happy that they did that change. Let's see. I used to sell Rockwood, which is literally the same company. They probably even come out of the same building. So I moved dealerships. I like to work for a local dealership versus corporate. The customers get a much better experience as well as me being a sales guy. So I left where I was at before and came to a local dealership, and they carry E-Pro Flagstaff. And that was one of my big decisions to come to this dealership, was because not only was everyone super awesome and great leaders here, but they were picking up Flagstaff as a line. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but Flagstaff is my favorite brand and will be the brand I buy. I will buy an E-Pro. But so you could probably hear it when I talk about these. I have a little bit of bias towards it because I just love them so much. Just mainly the quality, you know. When you're out camping, you don't want things to go wrong. You planned you probably planned an entire year for the trip that you're gonna take, and you want it to be enjoyable, and you want stuff to actually work, and Flagstaff just knows how to do that. So yeah, if you see Rockwood Flagstaff, it's the same company, same manufacturer. Just literally all they do is put a different sticker on the outside. But I'll tell you why you want to buy Flagstaff over Rockwood. Because I sell it. And I would love to sell you guys a Flagstaff. I feel like I'm an expert on them. Still have a lot to learn, but I can explain it pretty well. So there is your sitting area whenever the table is up. You saw how easy I did that. I didn't want to fast forward it because you really want to get a sense of how hard it is or how long it takes. And I did that no problem. So there's the twin beds that I was telling you. So if you're buddies and you just want to have your own area, or you get older couples, they don't want to roll over each other in bed, so they're better off just getting twin beds, so that way they could each get up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom. So that's what draws people to this floor plan, that you get the option of having basically a king bed, or if you're older and it's hard for you to get out of bed, it makes it super easy for you to get out of bed and go to the bathroom, or if you wake up earlier than your partner, you're not waking them up as well. So yeah, super nice E-Pro. I'm really happy with this one. I was actually dreading the old style table because it was a pain, so that's good. I will say this is a 6-side aluminum frame trailer. I've mentioned this in all my videos, but I know I get new people watching. This trailer is way different than other companies in the sense that they aluminum frame everything. Let's see if I could pick this up. That one looks like it's screwed. That one's screwed too. I'll show you on the outside. But you'll have companies that say aluminum frame structure. You got to be very careful with this because it's a marketing sticker, and they put a little bit of aluminum in the trailer so that way they can entice the person to buy it. And they're not being honest about what is aluminum framing. I mean, I'm sure if you ask, they'll tell you, but it's just something to keep an eye out for. So anything that's Flagstaff will be completely aluminum framed. So like, it's not just the side walls and then everything mixed with wood. This is all aluminum. And I mean, I'm pretty much done in here, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. They aluminum frame even underneath the dinette. So if we come under here in the storage, this will be where you're sitting at or sleeping. So if you look, see how everything is aluminum framed. In other trailers, they will do these sidewalls, these ones right here, and then all of this will be wood. Flagstaff just goes a step further. They want these things to last, especially if you're sleeping on it or sitting on it. The last thing you want is to ruin your trip because you cracked the dinette because you put your knee on it to put a curtain down or a blind. So when you go look around at trailers and ask the sales guy and say, is the dinette and the bed aluminum framed? Or just lift up the bed where the storage is and you'll be able to see if it's wood. If it is wood, a lot of times it's mixed with wood and aluminum. But if you get a Flagstaff, I promise you, everything is aluminum framed. So yeah, there's some nice storage right there. You got the nice solid steps that fold right into the doorway. They're pretty much doing that on all of them now. You don't have to really search for that. You got the nice big Westlake tires. This is a good brand. It's not cheap. They're rated good quality. It does have the tire monitoring sensor in the rim, so it'll alert you before if your tires are getting too hot or they're low. It's just a good precaution to have. It'll prevent blowouts potentially. If you get a blowout in a single axle, that could be catastrophic. So they add that. It's called the TST monitoring system. It's great. This does have never adjust brakes, so a lot of people don't know this. You actually need to adjust your brakes. I think it's after like 250 miles. And a lot of, obviously they come from Indiana, and I promise you the people delivering them are not adjusting them when they get here. So right off the bat, some of these trailers, you need to adjust the brakes. And I think they did a study, and these brakes have a 50%, it'll give you a 50% decrease in stopping power if you don't adjust your brakes like they're supposed to be. So that's a huge safety thing. With Flagstaff, you don't need to worry about adjusting them. They're non-adjust brakes. So look into that. It's pretty important. If you got a big load, a lot of cargo, just be cautious about the brake adjusting situation. These do have Torflex axles, so if you look underneath, there's no leaf spring. This is just a much smoother ride, so these will actually absorb a lot more shock when you're going down the road. It's not going to bounce around as much. There's a griddle right here. That's what it looks like. It's a flat top, and it'll connect into this propane connection right here and come up here onto this little bracket. So if you look around at other dealerships and trailers, if it has this bracket, it comes with a griddle and it should be free. Don't let them charge you for a griddle extra. So yeah, nice storage right here all the way around. That's huge. That's more than pass-through storage, honestly. So you got that, we did that. You got the outdoor speaker, you got the LED lights. This is a 10-foot awning. It'll come out all the way, and then you could actually tilt it depending on where the sun is, or if you got a lot of rain, you don't want it pooling up there, so you could tilt it. You come back here, it's got a nice ladder. It's important to get on your roof once a year at least and just make sure there's no tears, or check your solar, things like that. If you get a tear in your roof and you fix it quick, you don't need to worry. But once that moisture gets into your roof, whew, that's an issue. That is a real issue. So having a ladder is important. You want to make sure you can get on your roof and look. Even if you don't have a ladder, just get up there and look once in a while. It's got the nice frameless windows, one-piece glass. I love this. New Mexico is hot, dry, and usually when it has that gasket around it, that stuff starts to crack, and it's just one more thing you need to fix. So I always tell people, just, you know, I know there's a time for getting an entry-level trailer and stuff because you slowly graduate into something nice and has everything you want. You don't want to go crazy right off the bat because you don't know what you want. But be very careful when you go too cheap, because you're going to spend a lot more fixing things, and you're not going to spend with just money. You're going to spend with time. So if you have to fix something and you can't do it yourself, it's going to be at the dealership for a while they fix it. So just think about your time and money that you're going to have to invest if you go too cheap of a trailer. And if you come right here, it's got the nice magnets, great storage. You could access the back from both sides. I love this floor plan now. I'm telling you, that table had me thrown off when I first saw this floor plan. So whoever made that decision, kudos, man. It's a big difference. I love it. It's got the receiver. It'll hold 300 pounds, so you could put another bike rack, a cargo rack for your generator, things like that. We come around here, you got your 6-gallon water heater, your potable water from when you're dry camping, so you just fill it up until it comes out of the screen and you know it's full. You got your utilities right here. This is nice, so you can actually winterize the trailer. Super simple right here. Just get a hose, connect it here, and then put the other end into the antifreeze and turn your water pump on. Fill your lines and you're done. You do need to do the bypass valve first because you don't want to fill your tanks, just your lines. There's your power cord outlet, so this is where you'll go when you plug in. This is a sprayer, hot and cold water. You can rinse off your feet, clean the dog, clean the fish, whatever you need to do. So I also love Flagstaff because they do double layered Asdel, outside and inside. So on other companies, they actually do what's called Luan. And it's a type of, it's like a wood material, and when that stuff gets intact with moisture or water, it starts to bubble, and it just looks terrible, and it won't reform. Like, you're screwed once it gets wet. So Asdel is a lot better with moisture, and it's lighter and just overall a lot more durable. Asdel is actually the brand. It's like the brand of composite that they use. So the outside's the brand Asdel, and then the inside is another brand, but it's the same material, what you want. It's just built fantastic. And then if we come over here to the front, it comes with your standard bike rack. Electric bikes are getting huge, so you could put 2 bikes on here. You got your electric tongue jack, dual propane tanks, and then your double battery box. So really nice. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire trailer. Let's go inside real quick. I pumped 2 of these videos out today. I'm gonna try to do one more. If you watched my last video, I am going on a trip. Let's see, I'm going on a trip to a little town near Ruidoso. My girlfriend is, she has a big Instagram page for outdoors and hiking and stuff like that, New Mexico. So this place that has these really cool teepee things that you could stay in, they look really cool. They invited us. We just have to do a video and stuff like that to promote their lodging, but it looks awesome. So when this is aired, because I'm going to schedule it to go tomorrow when I'm out there, I'll be relaxing in this cool style teepee. I'm pretty pumped. So I'm working a little extra harder today to get these videos done. That way I don't miss a day. I'm really trying not to miss a day and upload every day. So I appreciate you guys watching. Again, this is the Flagstaff E Pro. Let's see, what did I do with my specs? This is the 15 TB with the twin beds or the king. If you have any questions on any of the units I have, or pricing or anything like that, I'm more than happy to message you, and we can ship these anywhere. We could send these anywhere, so that's not an issue. I'm willing to Zoom call you. I'll call you on my phone. Whatever you guys need, I'm happy to help. My goal is to put dreams in driveways. It's a huge landscape out here with trailers. There's just so many options, and it can get really confusing. So that's my main purpose with this channel. You know, I haven't promoted where I'm at or anything like that, pricing or any of that. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to get the information out to show you what's out there. And then that stuff will come later, you know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.